Now from the historic Chatham Dockyard to the Port of Dover, the globe-trotting James Bond franchise is a key part of Kent's film history. With surprising news today now raises questions about what's next for 007. And with the BAFTAs just wrapped, I caught up with the show's presenter, Chris Deacy, to discuss what the news means for film lovers here in the county. Well, Chris, it's the quintessential British franchise. It's been filmed here in Kent on several different occasions. What's up with James Bond?
Well, who would have thought that we haven't had a Bond film since, well, 2021, but of course it should have come out a year or so earlier because of lockdown. And we still don't know who the next Bond is going to be. But we find out today that the producers, Michael Wilson, Barbara Broccoli, are leaving after all these many decades. Of course, Barbara Broccoli's father started the whole franchise, 1962. She's been involved since his death in the mid-90s. And now we learn that Amazon are going to take full creative control of the next steps. So I wouldn't be surprised if we find out sooner rather than later, because we have been waiting for about 3-4 years to find out who is going to be the post-Daniel Craig incarnation of 007.
So Chris, what would your predictions be? If you put money on it, who would you think is going to be the next James Bond?
Well, back in 2021, Nicholas Hoult was mentioned as an outside favourite, but he's done so well in recent years. He's had quite a lot of name recognition, because I always remember him from About a Boy when he played with Tony Collette and Hugh Grant in the early 2000s. People like Idris Elba, they were favourites about 4 years ago. I'm not so sure now. Tom Hardy is another name that was there, or it might be, and probably will be, a name that nobody was really expecting. Because, years ago, when Timothy Dalton got the gig in, 1987, Sam Neill was one of the other people who went for it. It's hard now to look back and imagine Sam Neill as a Bond. So it might come from somebody that isn't on anybody's lists at the moment.
Talking of things you may not expect, was there any surprises at the BAFTAs earlier this week? Because we heard a bunch of winners, a bunch of names that have been in the awards contention for a while now. Any surprises for you?
Well, definitely in the Best Actress category. Mikey Madison's surprise win for a very good performance in Anora. And because just a couple of months ago, we were all thinking, gosh, Demi Moore never really been nominated for anything. And she's been making films since the 80s. And, she may still win the Oscar in just over a week's time. But now I think the field is wide open. I think the last time I remember it being really wide open, when it was a 3-horse race, was way back in, 2003, when Bill Murray and Johnny Depp and the winner, Sean Penn, were in contention. And a few years ago, we thought maybe Lady Gaga or Glenn Close or Olivia Colman would win. So, it could be another year like that.